Waiting on my grandma. We're supposed to be filming another video today with a topic this time. Um, she wants to talk about sex, of course. But I've been waiting for her for like an hour now, and she keeps saying, one more second, one more second, one more minute, I'll be right there. So I'm just sitting here listening to Pandora. Lady Gaga's on. So hopefully she hurries up. Okay, and we're back again. Say hi, Grandma.
Hi. I think I'm not audible on the screen.
You're on the screen.
Okay.
Can you see yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Today, she wanted, she talks about sex constantly. So we
Not
decided
constantly.
it's pretty much all day thing.
It's just that when I mention it, it just makes such an impact. You can talk about anything you want all day long, but a person says anything sexual, it's like, what? Did she really say that? That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, we decided that when she's here, we can do videos together. We're gonna do sex ed with Grandma V. So today's topic for the first little segment of this episode, whatever you want to call it, is gonna be around virginity, and she's going to talk to you like how she lost her virginity and how old you should wait and all that fun stuff.
Well, I lost my virginity at 13 years old, and I was raped. And it was a terrible thing. I was shocked. It was a cousin. My parents was treating him really, really nice and bought him a whole bunch of things, but he kept his eyes on me. And before I knew it, he slammed me up against the wall, and then he raped me. I quite didn't know what had happened or anything like that. I really didn't know about the birds and the bees, how to have babies or anything. Fortunately, I did not have a baby. Um,
But that was like more of a rape story. Like, when would you say you like lost your virginity willingly had sex? If that makes sense, because that was not willingly.
Let me see. Um, I would probably say, you know what? I never ever thought about that. What I willingly did, I would say I was probably, I was 15 years old with a very nice guy. And yeah, I really, really liked him a whole lot. He was probably my first. He was really decent, but he was, um, he was very handsome, and
Was he 15 too?
he was 17. And he died in the Vietnam War, and he had the most beautifulest eyebrows I ever seen in my life. And I couldn't believe he died. And when I saw him in his funeral in his casket, I could only recognize him by those gorgeous eyebrows. However, there was a lady in there, a young woman, and she was screaming and hollering who I later found out was his girlfriend. And they had been boyfriend and girlfriend for many years, and I always said, was he with her during that time I lost my virginity?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Probably though. Nope.
Yeah, well, she was kind of rough looking, compared to me, and I just hope not. But he was sweet, he was nice, and like I said, he was very handsome.
Was it just a one-time thing?
No, he was actually my boyfriend, and I was sneaking in my bedroom.
Naughty.
I was quite naughty.
I've never snuck a boy in my room ever.
Well, like I said, my parents were extremely strict, and I think when parents are just too strict, kids, they do things that they really shouldn't do. It's better, I think, if a parent isn't too strict,
Like my mom.
then the child will have freedom to explore, kind
Yeah.
of explore themselves. I mean, for example, I'm going to tell you, I was so lost in the world. I think I was about 15, again, no, maybe 14. And I wanted to be popular. I'm very popular now, but I wasn't popular then. And I remember getting in a car with a boy. Another boy was driving, and then the other boy just kept kissing me. And I didn't know what I should do. So I just kept kissing him back.
Supposed to say stop.
Well, I didn't know I
Get
was
your
supposed to
filthy tongue out
stop.
of my mouth.
I didn't know I was supposed to do any of that. And I just wanted to be cool. And I was thinking maybe that was my passage to being cool. But then the next day and the rest of the time I ever saw him, he never ever spoke to me once. He acted like I didn't even exist. So
Well, I thought that was just boys in this day and age. I guess it happened years ago too.
yeah, I think they haven't changed. I really do.
They're
That's what.
idiots,
Mm-hmm.
idiots. They just think with their wieners.
They do. I think
Wieners.
compared to girls, girls we don't just think with our vaginas. We don't. We
Some
have a.
girls do. I know some girls that do.
You know what? In this day and age, I do think that more girls are doing that, but they're thinking to themselves, if you can't beat them, join them. And I just think they're taking so much out of their lives
That's true.
because your naked body, it should be something that you only share with a very special person, not everybody, not every Dick, Tom, and Harry, as my mother used to call them.
So then, when you lost your virginity to the guy who died with the good eyebrows, how did it make you feel? Were you happy? Were you sad? Did it hurt?
I felt like I felt special because he said I was his boy girlfriend.
But you were 15. I was 18 when I lost my virginity.
18? I never even asked you.
18.
First time.
First time.
See, I think that's wonderful. I wish I could have waited
My
a little bit
dad gave me a
longer.
promise ring when I was 16. And I said, well, I probably won't wait till I'm married. So how about 18? And then mom and dad both said, that'll work. And then 2 weeks after I moved out, I lost my virginity.
Wow. I think parents got to be careful what they say to their kids because they'll probably do it. But if I could do it again, I'm married now to someone, my first man I ever loved. And if I could do it again, I would have saved myself for him because he was just worth it. Just, I don't want anyone, if he was to leave to go to heaven, I don't think I would ever want to be with anyone else because he's given me so much special love and care. That's who you got to.
Were you protected when you lost your virginity? Did you use condoms, birth control?
No, that was a 6 no, probably 67 or something like that. And really, birth control and all that was just really starting to come out.
Even condoms?
Condoms had to be around a long time because my mother used to say that in the South, the white mothers used to that she knew used to give their daughters condoms, as you all know them, but she called them rubbers.
People still call them. Well, I haven't heard that actually in a long.
Who was hung?
No, I said people still call them rubbers.
Oh.
Nobody was calling them.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well.
But you weren't safe? You could have got pregnant.
Nope, I was not safe, and I was so not safe. A couple more years later, I did get pregnant, I was trying to use the birth control, but they made me so sick.
Yeah, that's the difference of it.
So then I just decided I'm not going to use that, and bam, I didn't know that made me more fertile.
Did you feel rushed to lose your virginity? Because I know a lot of girls feel rushed, oh, when you're even in middle school and high school, you feel like, oh, my friends are doing it, I need to do it. I didn't feel rushed. I was just like, no, stay away from me. I was not all about a boy being on me.
I felt very rushed. I felt very rushed because I wanted to do things in the art class. I wanted to do things in the art world. And if I could have involved myself in the art world, God only knows when I would have lost my virginity because it would have been a lot longer. But because I was idle, boy meets girl, girl meets boy, do it. That's what I found myself.
I don't think there should be a rush. You girls out there, don't rush it just because. Just because he puts his penis in your face and says that you're pretty and tells you how wonderful you are. Most of the time they're lying just to get in your pants. Don't fall for it.
And do not rush. Whatever you do, because unplanned pregnancy is the worst in the whole wide world.
And there's tons of STDs now.
AIDS is out. From what I understand, you get AIDS. Your back peels off, the dick falls off because it turns into like a tree bark. The body gets that hard into a tree bark.
That's gross. I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah, so you don't want to.
Well, yeah.
Be very careful.
And two, girls were emotional. A lot of girls are super emotional, so don't just do it just to do it.
And find out what you like to do. Find out, love you. Find out, say to yourself, oh, what do I really like to do? What do I really want to do?
Love yourself first, because you can't love. First of all, you can't love anybody without loving yourself first. I'm learning that. and you should love yourself and love the person who you're gonna lose your virginity to. So it's just more special that way,
And
I
you,
think.
well, you can't, if you don't love yourself, you're going to be attracted to somebody who
Well,
doesn't
that
love
is
himself.
true,
And then he's going
but
to
you can
dog
still
you.
love somebody because
But when you love yourself, you automatically attract somebody who will love you. And then that's the best way
true,
to have sex.
I
Definitely,
guess.
definitely don't want to do it just because.
Yeah, and don't do it just to fit in, just so you can go to
Mm-hmm.
school the next day and say, "Oh, I lost my virginity."
Mm-hmm.
That's not that's not cute.
No. I have a relative, she couldn't wait. She's noticed everybody had lost their virginity. So she went to college, and at 19 years old, she looked very hard to find someone that she could lose her virginity with. And she was very disappointed because she kept saying she kept running into too many TWPs. What are TWPs? Can I say it? Teeny weeny penis. Because she had an idea that there should have been bigger, but she, and after all of that, she was so disappointed, you know.
Because she ran into teeny what?
Teeny weeny penis, TWPs, that's what she called them. And so, at 19, she did it, finally did it. It was no big deal because there was no love involved. And the size in her mind, I don't guess what she thought she was supposed to see or find. But to her, they were, little teeny.
Were you already that guy's girlfriend when you lost your virginity to him, or was that after?
Yes, we had dated and talked. We used to talk on the phone for hours, and it was just very sweet, very nice. He thought I was a very good girl,
See, when
and
I lost mine, I was always under the impression that the girl like winds up becoming obsessed with the guy and like loves him and wants to be with him. Whatever. It was the opposite with me. The guy I lost my virginity to, he kept coming around to me, and I was just like, I don't want anything else to do with you.
why?
I don't know, because I was just fresh out into college, and
Mm-hmm.
then I think 2 weeks later I met my ex, the bad one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was that, and
But see, now you're working on yourself because I
yeah,
had a few issues then, and things. Now you're looking in the mirror. You're looking in the mirror, and you are molding yourself. And so many girls, they think they need to get a boyfriend to fix. The most
no, it
important
doesn't
thing.
help.
Mm-mm.
It hinders it. If you're not right in the head,
Mm-hmm.
or like just mentally or emotionally with yourself,
Mm-hmm.
it's just gonna hinder your progress of growing as a person if you're with somebody. I mean, but at the same time too, I don't really know. I think some girls, I
Some
don't
girls
know,
may be fortunate and might be in love with that guy always. And
or some girls I've seen or heard stories where they're like in a bad place and then they meet a guy and then he changes their whole world and
hmm
helps them grow as a person. So it can go either way. They can either drag you down or bring you up. Most of them drag you down because they suck.
they can only bring you up if you brought your own self up. No
That too,
matter
and if they have
what.
themselves together,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can be a good unit.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're getting into relationships. It's about virginity. So do
Okay.
you think girls should wait? Well, I guess anybody, girls, guys, think you should wait till marriage? I don't think so.
Well, the only thing I don't. Okay. The only thing I disagree about waiting until marriage is because after my first divorce, the first marriage, I got a divorce, and then I was seeing people, of course, men, and there are some men who cannot do it. Absolutely cannot do it. They absolutely do not know how to do foreplay. They can't do anything. So I think it would be such a nightmare to get married to somebody like that and they can't do it. And then what are you going to do? You probably play around, you know.
Well, that's true. I mean, I guess it's up to you. If you want to wait until marriage, go ahead. If it's your religion, whatever. It's just what you want to do. Good for you.
But if
I don't think you necessarily need to wait because you want to get to know that person you're going to marry. You want to get to know all of them. And I think that's sex included. So if you have a really shitty sex life with that person, probably not going to be too happy.
I know
Maybe.
I know some girls back in the day, and I'm sure now, because they did not want to lose their virginity, they did everything else with the guy. They did all kinds of creative things, I guess, heavy foreplay, and and then they called themselves still virgins because they didn't lose that other part. You know,
Well, that's what we're taught. Like,
mm-hmm.
you do not, you're still a virgin unless a penis goes inside of
Yeah, but I don't know. I look at that president. Whatever was that president, and he had the Monica Lewinsky, and so I don't know. With my husband, I would still, if that was to happen with my husband, I would be like, that is some kind of very, very intimate sex, that type of foreplay. I just think to love yourself and then be with somebody that you know is really going to care about you. If you're really going to care about you, you can plan what you want to do with your future. You can graduate from college. You can get married. God blesses the married bed, not the fornication, all that stuff. That's what I feel like when it's. So I want my bed to be blessed. And I want my grandchildren to look at me and say, "Oh, Grandma's married." She not what when she turned 5 years old, I was dating guys, and I looked at her and I said to myself, "I do not want her to see me in bed unmarried." This is what I meant. I wanted her to see me decent and clean and wholesome, my married bed blessed, and it did happen that way. So that was a part of me loving me. Compared to with my children, they might come into my room and there's some idiot up there, in my bed. And that never did make me feel good. But to repeat it with this beautiful, beautiful grandchild, no. She changed my life, I tell you. It was a way that I wanted to be perceived. Even now, I'm here visiting, and I had my other two granddaughters come over, and I remember when they were 1, 2, and 3, and those two are in college. And I sit
They're in one
here,
of my videos, wasted video. It's the cousin tags of like,
and you know what? Guess what? They are still motivating me. She motivates me. She motivates me to do this. And it's just a beautiful thing. But I want her to look up to me. And I'm glad we're doing this video so that she knows that I am not just completely about sex, but I just want you young people to know sex is not a disease, it's not a horrible thing. And I want you to
cure
enjoy it.
stress.
It can be very stressful.
Stress, cure stress.
Pure stress?
Cures it. It's
Okay.
like good for stress. It's a stress reliever
It is. It's like
and a
pregnant.
headache reliever.
It's like pregnant sleep. It's the best sleep to have an orgasm. Oh, to come, CUM, as they call it. It's just the most relaxing thing that a muscle relaxer. Truly, it is. God is good. Nature, Mother Nature, is just it's very relaxing. I would even think it would be. I don't smoke pot, but I would think it would be just that relaxing. So it's a lot
It's
of
a
good
lot
things.
different than smoking
Oh,
pot.
see, I don't know.
I think I'd rather smoke pot.
I haven't done it yet. But
But
if that could be a substitute and it was okay, it was legal, I just think,
it's
wait,
legal
because
in
it
some states. Sex isn't all the way legal,
really?
age wise. Like you can't
Oh,
be like in certain states you can't be like 15 and having sex with a 30-year-old.
oh yeah. And see, then that guy can go to jail, but that girl
Yeah,
might be very, very grown up, but still, now she done got this grown man in jail. It used to be like that. When in my time,
it could
you,
happen. But
hmm
I feel like we should wrap this video up. It's going on 20 minutes.
so just love yourself. Really, I fought so hard. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, I'm not gonna love myself. Then men became a project, boys became a project. Like a school project. You be the project. Work
Yeah.
on you, and I promise you, by the time you see this next year at this time, I am going to have lost 20
No,
pounds
it's okay.
because I'm still going to be working on me and
Yeah.
loving me.
So, do you want to do more of these videos eventually? Do you want the next topic to be? This one we covered virginity.
The next topic, I think that'd be great. I think we should talk about virginity.
That's what we just talked about.
Oh, we did do that.
What one do you want to talk about next?
Oh, tell me what we get. She's the director.
Well, I'm not directing it. This is stuff you like to talk about. I just suggested we have
Um,
topics.
I just think when you do fall in love, do not be afraid of telling the guy what you would like him to do.
Okay, well, what topic do you want to do next time?
Um, I guess it's illegal to talk about toys, right?
No, it's not.
Okay, I think we should talk about toys. What is an alternative to um, to sex? What is an alternative?
Masturbation.
Masturbation is one, and
When you, sex toys is a form of masturbation, usually you masturbate.
yes, yes, that's so true. But some with those batteries, it's even more stimulating. You know,
Okay.
but I think you should whatever you can do to just love yourself, please yourself. And if I could do it over again,
Grandma,
I would have did toys.
we'll talk about that in the
I would
next
have did toys
video.
before penis. Thank you.
Oh, toys before penis. Remember that, everybody. Toys before penis.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's the end of this video.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.